Hello gang, and welcome back to Méchet here on Chateau Langford. Yeah, I'm getting worse at that every time I do it. A bit of work on to do today. Like we were doing last time, we are seeding. Where did I put the seed? I put it out the back here. I put it out the back here. Now I'm going to start this job off, and then we've got some timber work we've got to go and do. We're cutting down some dead trees for Noah. We're actually going to bring some of those dead trees back and throw them into our timber mill as well. Want that extra cash. And we've got a harvesting job to do. I think it's for Walter. Let me have a look at those contracts. Yeah, Walter's got a harvesting job for some alfalfa. It's worth about 14.5, so that's a nice little cash injection there. And some of this dead wood we might be able to bring back. Oh, it's for David. Down here in David's forest. So we've got 8 trees to knock down, and we'll try and just bring back some of those to load into our sawmill, basically. Now, I just want to check this again because we are on the right day. And wheat, right, cool, very good. So we're going to start this off, and then I'll get the worker to take over while we go and do some of the work. I want to get that timber done as soon as possible. The plan was to basically get the timber going ASAP, but I kind of need to get the field planted as well because today's the day that we've got to do it. It's our last day to get this wheat in the ground. So if I go ahead here and start things off. Hey, and we should be planting now. Let's just stop here for a sec. Get out and have a look. And you might have noticed so there we go. Spring wheat is in the ground, and that's what I like to see. You might have noticed also, we're going to have to do a fertilizer as well, another fertilizer on it, that I'm using the New Holland for this, and for good reason too, because I've just bought a new tractor, as you might have seen in last episode, and if you haven't, top right corner of your screen right now, you can go back and check that episode. Lots happening. But look, I kind of want to drive my new tractor today. Is that fine? Is that okay with everyone? I feel like that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so don't forget our signs around town. We've got the goats and we've got the snails one. If you see them around town, let me know in the comments section down below where you saw it and which one it was. Just a bit of fun. You don't have to play along, but just thought it might be something nice for you guys to see out and about while we're out there. We gave you the first one for free last time. Amy, I'm talking to you. Alright, let's dig into some of this. And then, as I said, I'll get the worker to take over. Probably once I get the headlands and a few strips done. I think that'll do it for us, and I think we'll set our worker off to do the rest of the field. I will, however, just top up the seeder. I don't want any mishaps. I don't want any workers slacking off, not finishing the job because they've run out of seeds and they've thought, you know what, the boss didn't put enough seeds in this. I think that's all he actually wanted. Oh no, we're not having that. We're not playing that game. Here we go. Get some of those seeds, please. Fill them up. Right. Shouldn't take them too much longer. All the headlands are done. I've made a decent start. It's just now a case of them going back and forth. Oops, and not crashing into telegraph posts. Right, so let's start with there. Let's bring up this. Let's go AI worker. Let's not worry about the headlands, but let's start with the up and downs and go, okay. Oh, running the double denim today for you. Come on, buddy, you can sort it out. I had it lined up for you. And get into our brand new... Actually, I'm going to take this trailer. Yeah, I'll just cut up the logs and I'll just try and toss them up inside here. Yeah, we get to take... Oh, we're out in the big one today, team. I just want to have a little attempt here at... Okay, so we should hopefully be able to tip them out that way. Hope. A new hope is a new thing. Oh, isn't it nice to drive? Look at that, the worker's like, oh, I'm in this, and the boss is in the big tractor. The boss is in the nice one. Yeah, the boss is in the nice one. I'm the boss. Oh, I love it, the red tractor. Haven't been in a red tractor for ages. I love red tractors. Okay, looks like we should take this left. Oh, we should put some... Oh, we've got beacons. Hey? I haven't had beacons this whole series yet. Well, we have on the combine. But on the tractor, no. And then that's... So there's the store where we're dropping off the alfalfa later. I think we have to go... Oh, this is actually tricky. How do we actually... I'm going to have to bring up the map here. How do we actually get down to there? We're going to have to drive down. So we've got to go right, then drive down this dirt road, across the train tracks, and into the forest that way. Otherwise, yeah. Wow, look at this forest. Oh, we need to purchase ourselves some woodlands. How much is that? Is there a smaller section of woodlands we can buy? 143,000. Then maybe that's what we should have done with our money when we made it. It's invested it back into timber. Look, I don't want the whole series to be about timber making, but I do like the fact that we are going to be doing some harvesting today and some contract work. Feel like it's important to get into the community and earn ourselves a bit of money on the side. For some reason, growing up as a kid, I always had this fascination of, you know, like when you're playing with your Matchbox or Hot Wheels cars and just driving through dirt roads and, you know, I just always had loved it as a kid. Thought it was cool and... Right, I went a little bit too far the wrong way. Let's go this way. So, yeah. Oh, look, yeah, these look like deadwood trees. Everywhere. Everywhere. But it'll only be specific ones within the ring area, will it not? Like in here? Yeah, okay, there they all are. They're marked. Well, that makes it nice and easy. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't be too much further outside of the ring. 5. Alright, well, why don't you time-lapse this for the people? Rather than run around like a crazy craze. Yeah, well, okay. Why don't I do that? And I'll just chop up as much as I can just to throw in the back. And we'll be done with it. So let's just make sure that we're in the right place. Yep, that'll be one there. Okay. Yeah, let's get these cut up. And I'll go ahead and try and throw some in the back and we can take them home. And then we can crack on with our harvesting today. Alright, this is like the bottomless trailer that just keeps filling up with timber. And we've still got plenty more room. I think that's enough on camera. I'll go ahead and try and clean up a lot more of this stuff just off camera quickly. And I can't find the last tree. Unless that's it there. That cheeky little one that's... Look. Oh, is it this one? Oh, no. That's not that one. It says it's an oak. Yeah, I'm going to have to go around and see. It might be also bugged out. So I won't be handing the contract in right now anyway, just because... Well, just because the fact that we've got to drop the timber off first to our sawmill. And if we do it, we hand that contract in now, we lose all the timber. Yeah, I don't know whether or not there's a dead one over that side. No, there's not. Yeah, we might have lucked out and it might have just bugged out a little bit. And given us one tree less than we thought. And the reason why I won't cut these down even if they're close or in the circle is because if you do that, you get, is it like a $10,000 or more fine or €1,000 fine for cutting the wrong trees down, I'm pretty sure. So you do not want to be cutting the wrong trees down when you're doing these contracts. We have a full trailer. I'm not trying to squeeze any more in here. We might even lose some out the side. I'll do one last quick little look around here, but I think it might have bugged out that tree, and I'm not going to cut anything down without paint on it. It just ain't gonna do it. It's not worth it. The contract itself is only worth $1,400. What we'll get out of these trees is going to be worth well much more than that. I'll tell David that he owes us 1,000 to do it. How about that? He can pay us 1,000 and we'll call it quits. I'm hoping we get a decent amount of wood for this through the old creaky bit. I mean, this trailer's kind of perfect for taking up all the chopped logs and taking them home. That's almost a full 7 trees worth in the back there, of dead trees, that is. I get it, they're dead. They're not really that heavy or anything, but still. I really wish those trailer wheels were white too. That'd be nice matchy-matchy. Really hard to see where I'm driving from behind. Gotta be careful through the streets. Oh, through the tight areas. I do not want to run the risk of clipping this trailer and tipping all the logs out, having to restack them. There are some verging on the brink of falling out as it is. I do believe it looks like our worker has finished too. We'll go down and we'll inspect the field. We will need to throw a fertilizer cover on it. So I might go ahead and do that just before we sort of rack off and get this harvest underway today. Right, let's see if we can sell just from the trailer itself. It would be really, really handy if we can sell it from this. I hope we don't have to tip it all out. Oh. Hey, look at that. How much actually went in there? Okay, yeah, 14,500. So there almost about 11,000 worth of wood we brought back from that. That's not too shabby. You know, I'll take that for something that, you know, one more tree would have been nice. Let me get that contract sorted out with David. David, we couldn't do your contract, mate. It's worth $1,200. So I'll get him to give us 1,000. There we go. So we've got $1,000 there from David. Not quite the 1,200 that we thought that we wanted, but still $1,000 is $1,000. Now we've got to get over and get that other farm. Get over to the other farm. What I need to do first is I want to throw some fertilizer down on this thing. I wanted to have a run down here actually, so we can see we got a spring wheat, we got weeds growing, but that's okay. We'll have to wait till we see those first weeds germinating up through. I just wanted to check this little patch because it didn't texture like the other ones. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. That's all that new plowed stuff, so it was always going to be a little bit of a mixed bag when it came to the texture that went down on that. The groovy thing is, so we've got wheat in the ground, and hey, we're farmers. We're farming. Right, attached, lovely. We need to get some more fertilizer in the back. I mean, we could do some fertilizer spreading jobs too, couldn't we? Right, fill up that. Not that we will probably use it all, but still. We probably do the top paddock too. Right. Let's give this a run over. Lovely. Right, let's do a quick couple of up and backs to get this done. patch down the end that we slightly missed, so I'll go back and whip that up. And that patch down there on the right, well, if you haven't been paying attention or here, that's already been double fertilized. That was the new patch that we actually plowed in. That used to be all trees through there. If you missed those episodes, I mean, worth going back and checking, but we chopped down all the trees that was out in that patch to extend the field and did the work before for that. So this field, minus a little bit of weeding we're going to have to do when the weeds germinate, this field is going to be pretty much ready to go and in the best shape it's probably been in a long time, I'm going to say, because the last harvest we did on it, the field was, the wheat was not great. It was not great. Good enough for our snails, but. Right, put that down there so when I go to pick it up again next time, it all comes out skew-if. Right, if we just go ahead and check our map now for the... No, this fertilized. Ah, look at that. Oh, a couple of little small patches, but I don't care about that. Actually, we should have probably run some fertilizer up there. I can do that another time. I ain't stressed on that. Time to head over to our job, Joby. Field number 4. So we come past the workers. Oh, okay, it's just this field up in here. Cool. First thing I think we'll do is I'll head over with the combine so we can get that kicked off. I'll get a worker to maybe I'll do it all on my own. I don't know. I can get the worker to take over anyway. So this will be the first time we've used the TX62. Luckily my bucket hat just fits in the roof, hey? That's got a beacon on. Oh, all of the beacons. It'll be a good test for our combine to see how this goes. Just a casual day in Méchet with a combine going down a little downtown street. Oh, I love it. Love this game. It's just something about being able to drive the big machinery, do some cool farming jobs. You know, I grew up on the Gold Coast, beaches and all that sort of stuff. Spent my career in the Navy. So I'm the furthest from farming, but God, do I love it for some reason, this game? Yeah, 100%. Simulations, farming, I just love it. I think we take a righty-tighty up here somewhere. Is this the street? Yes, it is. Okay. Hope you've all got your eyes peeled for some Chateau VanHam signs around the scattered around the map. Don't worry, I'll mostly cut out the travel in areas where there isn't signs and try and keep the driving where there is signs. But look, we're about to do a heap of time-lapsing where I'm going to be driving back and forth taking loads of alfalfa, well, maybe a couple of loads here and there. But this is the field we're working on in question just here. Right, let's see if we can back it up under this tree a little bit here. Something like that, so it's not poking out on the road, and we can whip around and pick it up. That might do us. Drop it there. That should be out of the way of vehicles that need to traverse. Oh, and there's a post right there. What is this? Is everything just crammed right in this corner? What is this about? Beautiful. There we go. We're sorted. We're situated. I mean, the people that live in that house probably own this field. I mean, oh, maybe. I mean, you spend all your money on your field? Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Oh, we got there in the end. Half the job was just trying to get here and unload. Let's go okay with that. Get your motors running. Out on the highway. Here we go. I haven't started on that yet, but look at this. Oh, what a great combine. It works really well. super duper happy with that. Okay. Where you lead me? Up garden path. You've also missed all that stuff on the edge. You happy about that? Not really. Oh, can we see it all? Oh, there it is. It's all pouring into the back. Look at that. All that alfalfa. Great. Isn't this what it's about? Big open field, the beautiful sunny skies, the trees, the warthogs. Get out of here, you warthogs. If you see anything around, let me know in the comment section down below. You know what I'm talking about. For those that don't, go back to the previous episode. You can figure out what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to set the worker off this. We've got to go get the truck now. This is a long way from being filled up. But I'm thinking, look, if this is how long this field's going to just take chugging around, we could potentially be doing some other stuff to earn some money as well. So why don't we go and get the worker. You don't need the headlands because the headlands are done, skis. Just do the up and downs. Go, okay. All right, and off they go. And we'll come back with the tractor and trailer at some point and get that done. Now, if we look at our contracts here, there's probably some fertilizing ones we can do because I do want to go back and just throw some fertilizer down. There is not really anything, is there, for that? Oh, yeah, there is. A couple here that, they're not going to be worth that much, but they're not far from our home. So I will take that one. And where are you? You're close to our home too. So I may as well take both of those. Is that 37 and 122 we're doing? Uh, 37 and 121. Yeah, okay, sweet. So why don't we leave our double denim friend here who's been helping us today keep crack-a-lacking on. And we'll be back because this is only, it's not even halfway. It's 33% full. Oh, there's a trick to this. Don't back right up to it. Just be a little bit further away and you'll be able to pick it up fine. Right. We'll go back up, like I said, and sort out taking back over the reins of the harvesting. I just thought if we're sitting there for so long, we could be we'll just pay someone a wage and we could go and make a couple of $1,000. And also I just want to throw some more fertilizer down out here. Let's go. Oops. There we go. Watch out, goaties. Have some fake poop to eat. That'll be good for you. Not that it matters too much, but look, if we're going to be doing it, we may as well just do it all while we're going and get it done. Right, a little bit up the top up here, please. Like that. You can see it changing colour on the grass. I'm not going to worry about it too much. A little bit over this way, a little bit that way, a little bit more this way, and thanks for coming. Right, let's go down. And we may as well just use this. I mean, the New Holland's still a great tractor. This is still a banger of a tractor, and it's served its purpose so far throughout this whole series. And that's why I'm reluctant to get rid of it. It's not going to be worth much to sell, but it's such a valuable asset to us. I love just driving through these little villages. I think it's brilliant. Field 121 just up here on the left. Where is the paddock entry for us? It might be up this way. Oh, it's actually just this open grass field here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do some of that. No field detected. No field detected. Okay, well look, it's not detecting this field. I'm just going to spray it anyway. Alright, we'll be fine. We'll get it done. We can see where we're going anyway, so that's totally fine. I'll go straight up the guts and make a pass over here. How about we do a little time lapse? I'll include, we've got to get the tractor and trailer and head back over to the other combine farm anyway, where the combine is, so we're going to have to do all that. So what I'll do is I'll get these two fields done and I'll dust them. And after I've dusted them, yeah, we'll get that tractor and head on over. Well, that was a couple of quick jobs there. A couple of extra $1,000 up our sleeve just to help cover the costs of some running gear, the workers, and a little bit of pocket cash for myself. Not a lot. We're going to need so much more money though coming into the future. We're going to hit a bit of a lull period until we got some more timber to sell. That is apparent. Let's go ahead and hand those contracts in, however. That one's complete. $1,000 for that. And that one, 1,800 bucks. 1,800 bucks is not too bad. That definitely helps because, you know, you take into consideration it was 3,000, almost 4,000 bucks worth of contracts, plus this one. That's almost a $20,000 day we've had just in some contract work by the time we get this one finished off. But ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're finishing off today. Thanks very much for hanging out. Next episode, we'll be cracking on with the harvest here and much, much more. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all for that one. Yeah, that's it. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen for plenty more. Still really loving having this. Absolutely stoked we've got this. As much as it's put us in a financial harder place, loving it. That's it. Get out of here.